Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. Today we're going to do a chatty get ready with me. Not so much chatty, I would say. A get ready with me using some of my old favorite products and some of the new things that I want to test out. I am going to test out this Yallternative palette from Wicked Beauty. I'm going to test out the Huda Beauty's Luminous Matte Concealer. I'm going to test out the Freck Beauty's Cheek Slime Blush Cream Blushes. And some of my older favorites. So if you're ready to see how I achieve this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, let's begin. Because the focus is gonna be on all the new products, which is the Yallternative palette, the Freck Beauty blushes, the Huda Beauty Luminous Concealer. So we're gonna like run through the other complexion products that we're gonna use. So let's begin. For my primer, I'm gonna use the Say Beauty. This is called the Star Glow Super Gel, and this gives like a glowy complexion on your skin, which I absolutely love, especially on like the high points of the skin. So I basically put it on the back of my hand and then just focus more on like the temples of my face. I have a lot of breakouts going on. Oh, and the sun is going in and out, so that's always helpful, right? So I'm just going to focus it here. And then for the center of the face, I'm going to take my Nyx Balm Powder, and this is in the shade 4. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to take the same brush and just focus that on the center of the face. And then just swipe it through. This just blurs out everything. I really like this, especially if you use like a small amount, it goes to places. If you over apply it, I don't think it looks good, at least on my skin type, the combination oily skin type. So I really like a very light layer on my skin. So mainly focus it on like the center of my face. And then for the foundation, I'm just going to use my Believe Beauty foundation, and this one is in the shade Toffee. So let's do that. Just one pump is good enough. Before we move on to the concealer, let's apply our cream products. I'm going to use my Half Cake Beauty North Shore Cream Bronzer. Really loving this. You can see by the pan that is going on. So I'm just going to take it on my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, buff it on the back of my hand, and then just go over the perimeters of the face. Okay, so for the concealer, we're going to use our 4 Filter Luminous Matte Concealer from Huda Beauty. This is the newest concealer that she's released. This comes in 29 shades. It's fragrance-free, instantly moisturizing, and it says it's 14-hour crease-proof wear. So let's apply it. I am trying the shade Granola today, which is 4.5 Golden. I hope that this would match. We'll see. I'm gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand, tap it on my VK Beauty brush. Just don't want too much. And then apply it right there. It has great amount of coverage for sure. It's definitely more on the golden side. I would have preferred a little bit like more neutral, I would say, but it's okay. We can definitely make it work. I mean, the tone, it's just the undertone is a little like off, but otherwise, I mean, the shade is like pretty good, I would say. Online, I felt like this would match me properly, but yeah, you never know with the online swatches, you know. But I should have known better. Not much, but I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit, like towards the center of my face. The concealer. I don't see like a luminous effect to it. I mean, yeah. Do you guys see any luminosity? I don't think I'm getting any luminous effect from this concealer. The name says it's a luminous matte, so I don't know what to expect. Like at the back of my hand, I feel I can see a little. I mean, I had my Say Beauty Super Gel also on the back of my hand, so I don't know. But on the face, I don't see any like luminosity coming through. Nevertheless, it's not too bad. I really like the way it like blended. And definitely it's creamy, but it's not like too watery or like lightweight. It is lightweight, but it's not like watery. And it does give like a good medium buildable coverage, I would say. So let's set this before it creases. And for that, I'm going to use my Givenchy Prism Leap powder. And this one is in the shade 4. Really love this one. Like, you know. So I'm going to take that right underneath my eyes, where we applied the concealer, and just press it in. I'm also going to do the same thing with the same powder, just where I applied my concealer, and just press it through, just so that everything is smooth. I'll have to test a little more on the concealer, I would say. It's okay. I'm not like overly impressed by it. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Let's move on to the Freck Beauty Cheek Slime Lip and Cheek Tint with Plant Collagen. And I have the shades Cuffed and Wielding. And I have like a sample version of this. This is Cuffed and this is Fielding. Let's see. I think I'll go with the more basic one. I mean, just because I feel like we are going to do a little more on the eyes. So we should apply a little more subtle on our cheeks. That's how I feel. You do what you want to, but I'm just going to like test out the formula. So let me take this out. It's quite a bit of sample, I would say. Like you get a lot. So I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my e.l.f. putty brush. And then tap it here, tap it here. I can definitely see the pigmentation. I would say this does give me a little more of like a flush tone cheek, but with a little bit of luminosity. It's definitely not matte. I can see the sheen running throughout it, which I like. I would let it set for a little while before I move on to like powder, just because I want to see if it like remains sticky or does it set down. Yeah, I would say it does set down. It doesn't feel sticky by any means. The hair is not sticking to my cheek, which is always good when the hair is not sticking onto your cheek, especially when it's like a cream, a blush, right? So that's always good. I'm going to move on to my highlighter, and this is Makeup by Mario's Golden Highlighter. Nothing special in that. I cannot get over that highlight. Like, yeah, no joke. Okay, now let's move on to the eyes and look at this packaging. They sent out this palette to me, and this is by Wicked Widow Beauty, and this is called their Yallternative palette. This releases or launches on October 7th, and look at the packaging. Like it's so over the top, but so cute. Like the design of this palette is so intricate and so beautiful. It's like shaped like a boot. And look at the packaging. It's so stunning. And the packaging itself just comes out. It's a magnetic palette, and the cover of it just comes out with, it has like a mirror also. It reminds me of that Kaleidos palette, the Flower Punk palette, whose lid comes off. And look at the shades. It's such a beautiful take on like a pastel palette, I would say. Especially very different for like fall season. It has yellows, greens, purples, pinks, corals. It's so pretty. It's really, really pretty. But this, I would say, If you are like a glitter lover, then you would appreciate this palette even more because it comes with 5 mattes, 1 shimmer and 4 duochrome shimmers, glittery formula, I would say. I don't wear glitters so much. The matte, they swatched beautifully. I'll pop a picture on the screen how everything's swatched on the screen for you guys so that you can see if you are interested in this palette or not. But we're going to play with this baby today and see. The shimmers are really smooth, and the glitter portion, like if you are a glitter person, I think these 3 glitters, Take No Bull, Wanted and Honky Tonk, they're really pretty. They have like a duochrome effect going on in their glitters, but this is more like a satin finish and this is like a smooth shimmer. Rest all of them are creamy mattes, like really pretty. So let's put this on our eyes and see how it rolls. Okay, I'm going to start with this shade, which is called Yeehaw, and this is more of like a purpley matte shade, like a deeper purple shade. There is kick up in the pan, and by the way, all these pans are like magnetized, so you can like remove this or replace it with your shades that you like. So yeah, I think that is like a plus point, but you can see like there's definitely like fallout in the pan. That just tells me that this is like a powdery formula. I'm going to apply that on the extreme end of my eye. I never start with like a deeper shade, but I felt like doing that today. I mean, the pigment is really good. And it's buildable too. Yeah, that's really pretty. I'm going to take the same shade, Yeehaw, on my lower lash line too. I'm going more with like a tapping motion rather than going in like a blending format, just because I want like the deeper shadow on the outermost corners. We'll go with like blending this shade with a lighter shade in just a minute. It's a beautiful purpley pink shade. On the same brush, I just wiped off the excess on a towel, and I'm going to, with the same brush, I'm going to go on to Howdy, this lavendery shade, and then blend out the edges of that purple. Yeah, they blend really well. I don't know how much I can see that shade on my eyes, but the edges are blending off really well. Let's take that on the inner corners just to see the shade. Yeah, now you can see the shade. You know I love my purples, and purples are the most difficult to formulate. So definitely wanted to test that out first. And if you don't know, like this is the first time I'm testing out this palette. So I'll just give you my first impressions on how this works on my skin, my eyes. Okay, once we have that, I'm gonna take the shade which is Desert Dreams, this orangey tangerine shade. Very powdery, okay? Just keep that in mind. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm just gonna focus this on like the initial, like a half of the crease. I'm gonna place that on my lid too, just to melt in with that purpley pink shade. I'm gonna go back to that purple shade that we initially placed, just because I feel like we have blended it away. Yeah, I feel like tapping is the way to go rather than blending, because if you blend, I think you'll blend it away. Now I'm just going to apply my NYX Glitter Glue right on the inner third of my eyelid, just because I want to see how the shimmers apply on my eyelid. So I'm just going to take a tiny little bit on the eyelid. And let's see if we can like have a scattered glitter look. I don't want like too much of glitter on my eyes, but I do want like a scattered look, if that makes sense. Let's see how it applies. I'm gonna take the shade Wanted because I have to. Like, this is the shade that like captured my attention. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It has like green glitter running throughout that purple. It's really, really pretty. Let's apply that. I'm gonna start off with the center of my lid and then just tap it, just because I want like a scattered effect and not like too much. It is pretty. You've hardly seen me apply glitter on my eyes. That's because, yeah, I think I've applied it like once or twice in my life. It's definitely grabbing to that NYX Glitter Glue, so that's really good. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So as you can see, like, it's sticking to my finger really, really well, I would say. So you might need like a oil or like micellar water to remove this off. I don't think like a face wash would remove it for sure. The best part about this is after the NYX Glitter Glue, I don't see any specks of glitter on my face. So that is really, really good. I appreciate that. I'm going to take this shade, which is the yellow, which is called Wild West, on like a small definer brush. I'm just going to apply that in my inner corners as my inner corner highlight shade. Okay, what I want to see is, I'm going to take this shade Rodeo. It seems very pigmented because it's an eyeshadow. I want to apply this as my blush and see if that works or not. Yeah, it totally works. So I'm going to take that Rodeo shade as my blush, like my powder blush. Just like that. I'm going to finish off my eyes with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. So that's how my eyes are looking so far. I'm going to set my face using my Benefits Professional Setting Spray, just to set everything in place. And for my lips, I'm going to take my Buxom lip liner in the shade Hush Hush. I just want a little more definition around my lips. So I'm going to take my Colourpop's Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF3. Is it too peachy? I don't know. I feel like this works. What do you say? I feel like this works. Or should I put something mauve? I think even this will work. This is Pat McGrath Lavish. Let me see. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Now I think it's coming together. By the way, for my liner and the mascara, I used my Wet n Wild Break the Proof liner and Lancome's Monshore Big Mascara. And that is it, guys. I really love the way how the final look came out. What do you guys think? Do you like my look? Let me give you a final glance. I really love the way how everything turned out. I would say the product that I tried today, I was not a big fan of like the Huda Beauty concealer. That's my personal opinion. It definitely felt a little heavy under my eyes. Not a big fan of that. Even the color, I would say. Like granola was a little on the goldener side for me. I really love the cream blush. What is this called? The Freck Beauty's Cheek Slime. The lip and the cheek tint. I really, really love the way how that turned out. For the palette, like, is this palette good? I would say yes. Is it like my favorite? I don't think so. Like, just because I'm not big on like glitters, yes, for special occasion, for like Halloween coming up, yes, I think it's fun. But would I use it like that regularly? I don't think so. But still, I feel like this is a great take on like a good pastel palette. It blends really, really well. Like, I love the way how that purple and the orange all like gelled together. I really love the way how this palette performed, and the packaging is like absolutely stunning. So I would give it a thumbs up no matter what. And I love the fact that this is all magnetic. Like, I really love. Cannot wait to play with this like green as well as this orange together, I think that would be a great look too. So yes, that's all for today, guys. I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys. You love the way how this look turned out. Let me know in the comment section below, are you going to recreate it? Are you interested in picking out any of the things that I used today? If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5. Cannot promise. So ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. But until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.